attention to my I don't know if you guys been paying attention to my Twitter page, but there has been a surprisingly alarming amount of posts talking about these data centers running out of electricity, running out of compute power, right? And the posts have been mostly centered around Nvidia, right? Nvidia and what's happening in the AI sector. It has nothing to do with crypto, right? So when I be like looking at these posts, I be like, do people realize that a lot of the solutions to a lot of these AI problems that we are running into are already on BitTensor? Now you see this big smile on my face because, like, if you've been following my Twitter page, like I kind of predicted the move for BitTensor, right? I said it was coming. I noticed that AI was starting to like come around again, and it was because of the partnership between Nvidia and AMD. And it was like AI this, AI this, AI that, and the main gist of what I was reading is that a lot of this compute power is becoming scarce. So if you know about BitTensor, Tau, it's an AI marketplace, and some of the subnets on there are building these vehicles for compute power, right? Sort of like a Tesla. What's it called? A robo taxi, right? You want to get from one place to another. Um, if you have a car, you can, ride share. You can lend out your car as a ride share, right? If you have a computer, you can lend out your GPU and your compute power. So like a lot of this stuff is already like happening, and it's good to see like Tao really benefiting from it because there's a lot of billionaires involved within the BitTensor ecosystem. I don't think a lot of people know this, but Barry Silbert and those guys, they're billionaires, right? And they have openly opened up the door of investing not just per se into BitTensor, the Tau token, but also the subnets now. So I woke up today and one of the subnets that I was holding, subnet 46, had exploded, right? And I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And it's like I kind of seen this coming because the AI narrative, it cooled off a bit, but we know it's not going anywhere. And that's the whole thing, chat. See, so many people was listening to those fools on crypto Twitter telling you to bridge to Binance. Now, I've dealt with Binance. I don't have nothing against Binance, but I already know that, like, Binance, no matter how high the price goes, right? Me personally, I could never trust. Yeah, but like, I've been on Binance. I have a token on Binance. So, like, I've been around. I understand what goes on in Binance. Not a big fan of the Binance chain, right? If one thing I could take back, it would probably be launching on a different chain, right? But there was so much of these fools telling you, oh, bridge the Binance. And I made a post. I said, hey, you bridge the Binance, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked, right? And that's what happened to a lot of people, right? A lot of people took their hard-earned money, their hard-earned gains, that they hard-earned tokens that they DCA'd in for 5 freaking years, and they went over the bridge to Binance just to get dumped on and used as exit liquidity. Unfortunate. But at the end of the day, that's what happens. So usually when the narrative gets to the broad, if you see a narrative being talked about with like smaller accounts or accounts that's really small, it's like, okay, cool, nobody's talking about it yet. But when you see those big accounts start to talk about, oh, I'm on Binance, and that should be a red flag in your head, like, oh, nah, right? And me simply, I didn't bridge to anything. I had a little BNB over there, and I poked my head around just to see what was going on, right? And it's a whole cabal, like it's a whole Chinese cabal. It's a whole Chinese cabal. Like the level of degency that's happening on Binance is absolutely insane. And don't get me wrong, there's some opportunity over there. I'm not saying that there isn't, but like you were late. And if you bridged over there, you probably got 90% giga wrecked. So, rest in peace to the people over there that bridged to Binance. You know what I mean? We gotta say a small prayer for them. I don't think you ever gonna get that liquidity back. The Binance cabal ain't playing. Huh? At all, chat. At all. All right, so market doesn't look bad. Um, so I did a video. Y'all know y'all like them type of videos because I noticed the views. But I'm gonna do more of those videos, by the way. I did a video yesterday, 2 days ago, when I was talking about retail actually being here, whether retail's here, whether retail is not. And I didn't make that video because I specifically think I know exactly what's going on with retail. I have no freaking clue what's going on with retail, right? I make those videos to check the sentiment of the market, right? And I found it hilarious, and I'm not laughing at people's situation, but so many people, right? They just hopped on it. Yeah, I mean, retail, this retail, bro. Retail is this, retail is that, retail is this. What kind of confirmed my theory about retail, right? Which is most people are not interested in crypto, but they are intrigued about crypto, which means like they're intrigued. They just don't have the money to be playing around with this crypto sugar honey iced tea, right? They don't have the money to be doing that because there's things in real life that far exceed cryptocurrency, like responsibilities. And it was just kind of, seeing the sentiment out there, like, a lot of people saying, oh, retail's broke, retail's broke. Well, for sure, we've been in a environment where liquidity has been restrictive. Yet we have been fighting the Fed for 3 to 4 years, not understanding how this actually works. Right now, we're here, government closed, and this is the if there's going to be any chance when the pendulum swings into our position and the Fed and the government finally starts to print money, because you got to understand, a lot of people are losing money right now. I think with government jobs, they're not even getting paid. They about to send those people home. Like, it's unfortunate. And if you got a government job, let me know. Now you don't got to be too open about your situation, but just speak on it in the chat and let me know how you view it. And if it's something that you view concerning, or if you think that it's just a nothing burger, be sure to put that in the chat. Also, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and keep your favorite crypto and door-to-door entrepreneur inside the algorithms. Let's get into some of these comments. We got 29 people in here, guys. Yeah, Tao is going crazy, Brian. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. Looks like only a select few tokens are getting some love, hoping Jasmine gets more. Well, it will. You got to think about how my portfolio is aligned. So the first thing, that come to my mind is of course ZBCN, right? ZBCN just got listed on Uphold, and they also got listed here on Kraken, right? What this is opens up more opportunity for on-ramping new people into the Zebek token, and they're actually sitting in a perfect situation when you think about the partnerships that they have and how a lot of people are drawing this hype as this being the XRP of the cycle, now getting listed on multiple exchanges. Pretty good exchanges. Kraken is a pretty good exchange. And I also talked about how the ZBCN price was just crossing the ultimate RSI. So now you got a confirmation of, bullish momentum. You got bullish momentum as far as the charts, and you got potential bullish momentum as far as volume coming into the ZBCN token. And, when you think about how huge the payroll market is and how they're not just attacking the US, but they're attacking Asia now. And they just recently partnered with XLM, aka Stellar, with being able to allow that payment rail. And then, like I said, it's not just for like jobs. Like, it's for anybody that wants to be able to use your cryptocurrency very, very fast, very, very fast, very, very efficiently, cost efficient. And then you take in consideration of the payroll narrative, right, which is virtually untapped, right? The $1 trillion industry. Sky is the limit really for something like ZBCN. So it was just crazy seeing some of the tokens that are aligned with my thesis do well. I think Jasmine, guys, it's like I'm saying things and y'all not, and I'm not gonna say y'all, but most people don't pick up to like the main factor, right? And when I started this stream, the first thing I said was these data centers, right? These data centers complaining about these data centers complaining about lack of electricity, compute power. But the elephant in the room, guys, is data centers. Let me see if I can actually find it here, because think about it, right? This is the Bitcoin adoption S curve. You can see Bitcoin adoption has reached 4.7% globally, matching the internet's adoption level in 1999. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we are so early. This is just this right here. is a perfect example of how early that we are. So ignore the whole retail is in there. Ignore all of that. Of course, act accordingly based on cycles and seasonality, right? I'm not saying just hold because we're only 4.7% into the game. That's not what I'm saying. Like, take your profits, make your money. But what I am saying is that in the grand scheme of things, we're so early to the you know what I mean, the implementation of digital assets, right? You can go on Walmart, they're selling Bitcoin cards. They're integrating these payments everywhere, right? You're seeing Venmo. I think I talked to my brother yesterday and he was like, man, I didn't know I could buy crypto on my Venmo now, right? You can buy crypto on his Venmo, right? He's off ramping some things from Solana to PayPal, and he was just amazed on how easy it was, right? So like, in the midst of all the noise, adoption and integration is happening. And if I just go back here to my page, right, there's been a lot of like noise about these data companies, and you know, you just guys were just talking about what Jasmine, right? And it's like Jasmine is, you know, if we're talking about data companies, right? If we're talking about data companies having issues, right, with let's say it's electricity and all of this stuff. Let's see what's right here. AI compute demand is now growing over 2 times the rate of Moore's law, creating a massive shortage. Guys, this post alone is absolutely insane. I'm gonna go through it for you guys. Just to meet current demand, 500 billion must be invested in data centers per year. This right here should sell you most likely on 2 of the tokens I talk about the most, Jasmine and BitTensor. I'm gonna repeat this line. Just to meet the demand, 500 billion must be invested in data centers per year until 2030. There's no reason that you should be bearish on Jasmine, because Jasmine is sitting perfectly in the intersection of AI and cryptocurrency. Think about data centers, right? Well, if we know 500 billion must be invested in data centers, then we know liquidity will be invested into securing your data, monetizing your data, you know, approaching data in a decentralized fashion. All of this stuff is centered around data, which people have openly said data is the new oil. So like, this just this line alone, just to meet current demand, 500 billion must be invested in data centers per year. Just that line alone, right? So for decades, Moore's laws was the gold standard measure of technological progress. That is, the number of transistors on an integrated circuit doubles every 2 years. AI has broken this law. AI compute demand has grown at double the rate of Moore's law. This right here kind of confirms BitTensor's success. This right here, as AI becomes so lucrative, we just seen Elon upgrade XAI, right, with visual and audio, right? Like, we just seen Sora 2 drop, where they bringing back people from the fucking dead. They bringing back the dead, and y'all, nothing but love Mike, Jack, love Tupac, love Kobe. I say that with love in my heart. It's crazy, right? So AI's compute demand has grown at the double rate of Moore's law over the last 10 years. This is why I would not bet against artificial intelligence as far as an investment, right? Yeah, well, you can have a portfolio full of anything else, but if you don't have AI in your portfolio, I don't know what to freaking tell you. Compute is quickly becoming the world's most valuable commodity. And you wonder why everything else is kind of like corrected and tal is not because of this, right? This news that's coming out that Nvidia every day just keeps pumping out new news on AI and AI metrics and the scarcity factor of this compute. AI servers are growing at 41% CAGR, and the market overall is growing at 20. This is unprecedented growth of an industry. I can just keep going on. And here's what even more interesting. Amid the daily billion-dollar AI deals, and listen to what the fuck is being said, chat. This is crazy. Amid the daily billion-dollar AI deals, we just talked about billionaires having their hand into the Bitensor fruit bowl. Data centers are now facing an 800 billion revenue shortfall. Just to fund data centers construction through 2030, we need 2 trillion in revenue. Now we're talking about like RWAs, real estate, you know what I mean? Just to fund a data center's construction, right? So now that we're talking about data centers being built everywhere, which means there's going to be there's going to be more of a need for data. There's going to be more people trying to steal data. There's going to be more utility and use case for Jasmy. Data centers are the new oil. This makes data centers incredibly valuable. Like I said, these posts have nothing to do with fucking freaking crypto, guys. These posts don't do anything but solidify my thesis on my investments. Not financial advice, but it's a reason that I'm invested into the things that I invested in. It's a reason that I only talk about 3 cryptos on my cryptocurrency YouTube right now, which is Zebek, Tau, and Jasmy, and things within Zebek, right? Because that's my core portfolio. Yeah, it is what it is. And yes, I trade crypto. Yes, I'm in the trenches from time to time. Yes, I trade streaming coins. Yes, I do plan on eventually maybe dropping a creator coin. But right now, like, this is where my mind is, right? This makes data centers incredibly valuable amid the AI revolution. Data centers construction just cost the building center itself has increased to an annual rate of 43 billion. We talking numbers. This is up 322% higher than 4 years ago. This does not include chips or servers. Drop the fucking mic, Billy. Like, are we going to eat or not? As a result, we are witnessing a modern day gold rush. There are now 40 billion worth of US data centers under construction, up 400% since 2022. For the first time, the value of US data centers under construction will soon exceed office buildings. So this is telling you the iconic growth of artificial intelligence and to need to have these data centers everywhere. This is a historic shift, right? AI data centers are set to consume 1,600 terawatt hours of power demand by 2035. Power demand from AI data centers is set to quadruples. And now we're talking about like compute power, the electricity for AI, right? We need more electricity. This is why Bitensor wins. Bitensor wins because there's not going to be like one subnet doing this. It's going to be multiple. It's going to be multiple geniuses seeing that there is a problem, and they're going to work to provide a solution in a decentralized fashion and be incentivized based on their intelligence, which brings more developers, which brings more investors. On top of that, we're talking about a token that is embedded into this thesis and narrative with the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. I shouldn't even have to say anything else about why I'm invested into Zebek, Jasmy, and Bitensor. I really shouldn't have to say really anything else. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Max like that. What up? AOKG. Good to see my boy in here. Crypto Princess. Good to see the first lady in the house. Let's get it. What's up? Item. ZBCN is bouncing back after being listed on Kraken. Yes, man. Listed on Kraken, man. Listed on Uphold. Listed on Kraken. Just dropped a partnership live with XLM. Salute to ZBCN, man. And ZBCN community. As a prior government employee, been through a lot of shutdowns. It always works out and honestly gets more negative hype from strictly a political standpoint. Will be fine. Yeah, and I agree 110%. I actually created, I didn't post a picture, but I did create a picture that shows, let me see if I can actually bring it up for you guys. But I was doing some research on every government shutdown. And see, this is what I'm saying. Like, they not spitting like this over there on Pump, bro. We got to get over there, guys. I made that video when I was telling you guys, I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I trust myself, bro. But I'm like, bro, is the community gonna hold, bro? Is we gonna pump some shit and hold and keep pumping, bro? I ain't gonna waste my time unless I'm confident we can do 10 million or more. All right, so here we got this here. And then we got this here. So let me see if I can actually pull it up for you guys in a post. So yeah, all right, so this is actually a post here showing that Bitcoin's performance during and after government shutdowns. It's always bullish for Bitcoin. The last 3 or 4 shutdowns that it's been, and then if we just swing over here, and I also did one for the S&P, but I'm not gonna show it. But it also shows like most of the time the S&P is also bullish around the government shutdown. So like the government shutdown is, when I said that, I wasn't per se focused on the government shutdown aspect and the correlation with the market. I was asking about people who work for the government that's not getting paid right now. Like, is that something that y'all be concerned about when that happens, or is it like, oh, we'll eventually get our money? Because I think like they do like a back pay or something once the government opens up. They do like this version of silent QE where I forgot what they do. I don't know. They talk about like currency debasement, all some extra stuff, but it's like they do some silent QE and then they pay out back pay to the people that wasn't getting paid. So like I said, I don't work for the government. So you gotta let me freaking know how that works, right? And how y'all deal with the 2 weeks or 2-3 days that you don't get paid. Chat, let me know. Let me know inside the comments. 49 people in here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bear with me, folks. Get your bags ready for 2029. It might be huge. You think that the bear market is about to start? Well, see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing, right? So this is the bear case for anybody that's a bear. This is the bear case. And I started to do a video on this yesterday, right? I was going to say if the bear case for if you sold in the last 48 hours, right? Because there is a bear case. You can see here, we got back above this orange line on the ultimate RSI, but we got rejected once again, and now we're back below it. So now we got to talk about the 30% bullish Bitcoin correction is now still in play. It's now in play. If Bitcoin does not get back above this orange line, which, you know what I'm saying, we would have to probably be at like 123, 124 for that to happen, then we're still in play for this bearish correction, right? And now this falls in the line of, will the bear market start, or will we have a 5-year cycle? Because that's going to be the conversation. Because at the end of the day, when we look at what we've been looking at historically, this lines up exactly with the top of the market, chat. This is the scary fucking part about this. This is the scary part about it. This week lines up exactly with the historical top of the market based on everything we know from previous and past cycles of post-halving to price peak. Post-halving to price peak. The only thing that we don't have is post-halving to pi cycle peak, right? Because we haven't broken the pi cycle indicator according to our 30 Bitcoin peak signals that none have went off, which is insane, right? But historically, just based off the time aspect of the market, anybody who sold right now and got up out of the market Bitcoin is what they're saying is this is the top based on a 4-year cycle and the number. So if this is the top, they timed it perfect. I'm not out the market yet. I'm not out the market, but I understand anybody that is getting out of the market right now, because this is some real shit that I'm telling you. Like, just go look at every post-halving the price peak. It puts us at about 500 and something days. And right now, I believe we're at, what's this, 532? Yeah, we're at 532, chat. We're right there at what specifically would be at the top, which would mark like literally a top right here. If we just go into a bear market right here, people will go back and be like, damn, the 4-year cycle told me this was the top. The ultimate RSI can't get back above the orange line confidently. The only hopium that we are holding on here is that Bitcoin follows the global M2, it follows gold, and it follows silver. In the Russell, whatever. Some people say the Russell, but the oil. So this is kind of bearish. This is bearish for Bitcoin, by the way. I'm not even gonna cap to you. This indicator has not lied to us. So if we can't get back above this orange line for the short term, right? I was saying long term, but for the time being, technically we're bearish. Technically we're bearish, right? For the time being, technically we're bearish. Now let's look at the ultimate RSI and see if we get some type of divergence or it tells us a different story. So it's going to be interesting here. Excuse me, I'm at the stock RSI, guys. I'm at the stock RSI. And I'll throw my script on with that. All right, so yeah, the stock price going down, but stock RSI trying to trend up. So we got a bullish divergence here, right? So again, we're sitting here at a moment in inflection, 50% moment, where one thing, the indicator is still bullish, right? Our Bitcoin peak signals are still bullish. The macro is not that bad when you think about where we're headed for Q4 and what's happening in the macro. But for some reason, it just seems like Bitcoin is still lacking that momentum that it needs to confidently get into price discovery. Now, I'm not going to make a prediction from here. I'm just telling you what I see on the charts. You can make your own prediction. You can say, hey, Bitcoin is done from here, or you could be like, okay, Bitcoin is going up from here. That's on you. Now, this is just Bitcoin. This is not per se speaking for the altcoin market, but if the Bitcoin dominance is going down, you want to see Bitcoin kind of like still standing strong. You don't want to see Bitcoin taking a shit, because if Bitcoin takes a nanny, then altcoins are going to go down 10, 20, 30% as we've seen. As soon as we get a little bit of a move from Bitcoin to the downside, we start to see these altcoins go down, right? So interesting market. Remember, we don't got an FOMC meeting in November, but we always have these Fed minutes where Jay Powell still talks. He still does his thing. It's going to be interesting to see, at this next Fed meeting. But, you know what I mean? People, you're probably wondering, like, Will Millie, what's the hold up? Have you been, haven't gone to pump yet? I'm just waiting for my confirmation signal on this market, and then we'll further assess the situation from there, right? Because we're at a real interesting part of the market where, based on the historic cycle, this timing, the time of the historic cycle, yes, this could be the Bitcoin top. I hate saying it, but I can't deny it, right? Because I've done the research and looked at the historical timestamps. But you're starting to hear people say now this time is different. 5-year cycle, super safe cycle, altcoin season delay, 2026 is when we're top. You're starting to see all of this, just like people pushing their timestamps back, right? Nobody wants to be wrong, and nobody wants to come to the realization that we may never see an altcoin season like we've seen, right? And that's always been, I think, like Hall of Fame's claim to fame, right, on his bearish stance, where you look at the total and, the resistance that we are fighting there. It's interesting to see the actual total. Let's check it out, because I didn't look at it this morning, but you can see that, just fighting that resistance at 4 trillion, right? If we can confidently just finally get above 4 trillion and turn this 4 trillion into support, that would be good. But I seen the total 3 printed sell signal. I don't know if the total printed a sell signal, but it's going to be interesting to see if it did. Well, yeah, the momentum is going it's holding up for the momentum going up, but we did get that sell signal there, but that was like a couple months ago. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just a different market. The inverted head and shoulders still looks like it can, take this higher, but we're just in a different market. Chat, we're just in a different market, and anybody's calling a top right now, that's kind of like their thesis. I don't agree with it. I want to make it clear, I don't agree with it. And hopefully, I'm not wrong, but I don't agree with it. We got laws going in our way. We got so much things that's pro crypto. It's hard for me to believe that this could be the top, but sometimes you just be in disbelief, right? You look at that little crypto market and they be like disbelief. You just can't believe that is going to happen. But hopefully we go higher. Hopefully we go higher from here. But yeah, I think a lot of people are that you see them calling those tops. They're just calling it based on the time frame of the 4-year cycle historically for Bitcoin, which again would set us in uncharted territory, because for that to be up that for the top, and then like none of the bull market peak indicators go off, like it's telling us 100% to hold our crypto right now, like just have patience, would be kind of odd and tormenting and very depressing, chat. But y'all let me know what y'all think inside the comments. What's up, Nick? Alts have been weak already, not too much further to fail. Hey, yeah, good point. I think I talked about that in a stream in the past when I said like, if it was first brought to my attention from Elliott Trades, I was watching his video and he was explaining why the thesis on the parabolic still exists, right? Because when we look at the people that's actually in crypto, the only people that's in crypto are the people like us that's just like delusional bulls, and we're just holding crypto. So we're not, whoever sold already sold. So how can we fall into this bear market, right? Unless institutions pull the rug. But the thing is, no one really believes institutions have made what they wanted to make out of this cycle either, right? They're kind of like in a situation like us. They're 110% in, and they haven't gotten what they wanted to get out this cycle. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like when you think back at it, it's like who are the sellers? Unless the institutions pull the rug on us. I mean, if retail isn't here, who's the sellers? Who's the sell? Like we're here. The people that's going to be here, we're here. That's why things are holding so well in a restrictive monetary environment, because the people that's here is here. We just haven't found a way to convince real retail to come back, because you can't convince someone who is focused on their everyday life and responsibilities and tell them, hey, you need to be buying crypto. Yeah, that shit sounds good, but I got bills to pay, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. It all comes back down to, is the Fed gonna freaking print? It all comes back down to printing more money. And think about this. The more stable coins that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand how bullish them continually printing stable coins, because guess what's happening, right? They're like, all these institutions, all these big companies, these Fortune 500 companies, they will be integrating stable coins. They're already starting to integrate stable coins, right? Stable coins is the secret sauce that the US is using to make the strength of the dollar back strong again, right? Remember, stable coins are pegged to a dollar. So they don't got to say, they don't got to say now. They don't got to be like, oh, the Fed is printing. Who gives a fuck? They already know they can print in stable coins, and they can silently print over there, and they don't got to worry about the backlash of, oh, we printed too much money and we caused inflation. We don't got to do it anymore because now we got stablecoin laws. So instead of like openly printing, we just can continue to mint fucking stablecoins, right? Mint stablecoins, which are pegged to the US dollar, which in theory are strengthening the US dollar. So like, as they continue to print stablecoins, that is another thing, right? That should be leading you to be bullish on blockchain, because that liquidity will eventually come into cryptocurrency space and trickle down to the altcoins that we hold, if you hold the right altcoins. So it's just like a whole big bunch of cow shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, a whole bunch of cow shit. This shit, what they say, this is not real. I wish I had the effect for that. This is not real. I need to make the effect for that. This can't be real, right? Right, KOG. Facts. Tal looking to start AI season. The problem delay is that retail has no interest in crypto. More retail who lost money in 2020 are never returning. I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. That's like watching somebody. If you watch enough people hit go into the gas station and buy some tickets to hit the lotto, if you watch enough people, and it's the same thing if you watch enough people lose, right? But if you watch enough people walk into the casino and win, eventually you're going to walk into the casino. It's not you're not going to sit there and just watch everybody win and you not win. That just doesn't make sense, right? So like that's those are the comments that I was seeing in the video. People were coming in the video talking about, retail will never come back. Retail will never come back. Retail is going to come back, right? I just talked to somebody. And I'm gonna post the video and show you guys. I just talked to a 22-year-old when I was hooping. Y'all see me post that video when I was hooping. Prior to that video, I actually got a video that I haven't posted when I was interviewing this 22-year-old that really don't know about crypto. I actually onboarded him into Pump Fun. He was making videos about his soccer. He was how he trains and teaches people how to play soccer. And I was like, bro, you should do a Pump Fun stream. And he got the, kicking it like the Bobos and kind of explaining them what I'm doing crypto and how long I've been in crypto. And he was very intrigued, right, with cryptocurrency and just understood the stories of hearing people and how they got wealthy in cryptocurrency. So like to say retail isn't coming back, that's insane, right? When you see the ETFs inflows rising, which means that boomers have an interest in crypto. They just don't want to buy crypto on an exchange. They rather say, hey, BlackRock, I don't know about this shit, but I know people make money with this shit. Make me some money with this. Make me some money with this. Like, I know people minds are so closed that they can't see the big idea. And that's why I get so excited, right? When the other day I went to the dealership. I go by the dealership every day to see that the car that I want to buy is still there. The motherfucker sold the car. I was a little bit mad at first. I'm like, God damn, I really want to buy that car. And now they sold it, right? But I was bullshitting, right? I was bullshitting. I ain't want to go into none of my bags. I'm like, I'm just going to continue to like make money. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm thinking I'm getting even more bullish, right? Because I'm going back and watching older videos of the like the people who held Bitcoin in 2013 and in 2012 and just, going through how their mindset was into believing in something that many people thought would never happen. And that's where I'm at with like my AI investments and just cryptocurrency in general. I see everything being integrated from an infrastructure level, and it hurts me that a lot of people can't see that. It really hurts me that a lot of people can't see that. And I know that a lot of people gonna miss out. I know that for sure, right? And it's gonna be people like us that's locked in. We stayed quiet. We stayed true to the game. We went through the ups and downs. That's gonna look up, and our portfolio is gonna be fucking massive, bro. Massive, freaking massive, because we were here early. So like, yeah, retail don't gotta believe right now, but eventually you're gonna be forced to believe, and you don't want to miss out or not take a risk because of ignorance, right? Ignorance is not like you being ignorant. Oh, you being ignorant. Ignorance is like knowing, but like choosing not to know. It's like what they say, like ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Like you can ignore the law and you can act like you don't know, but like it's still the law, right? You can act like you don't know about crypto, but it's still growing and being integrated and being adopted literally daily. So if you choose in your mind not to believe what is obvious, right? Like we're obviously walking into the age of AGI with AI. We're obviously walking into the age of digital finance, and you be ignorant to that, well then that's your fucking fault. That ain't nobody's fault but yours. And I refuse to not be, a plus to my bloodline because of my ignorance. Yeah, if I can start now to secure my bloodline because maybe my family before me or my ancestors weren't as investment savvy as I am, I'm going to do that. And I would recommend anybody to do their research now and do that the same. Again, it's not financial advice. You can do what you want to do, but I know a lot of pessimistic people, and I'm not going to say pessimistic people. It's more so like when you do something for so long, you get stuck in your ways. And that's what I'm seeing from a lot of people. A lot of people just stuck in your ways. It's like you've been walking to the DMV for the last 5 to 10 years to pay your car taxes. But like the last 2 to 3 years, you could have just paid online. But because you don't want to learn how to pay online, you don't want to do that. You don't want to. It's like it seems too hard when it's really easy, right? But it's just like a mental thing for some people. Once they do things for so long, they get stuck in their ways. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna go do this. Oh, I'm gonna just go do this. Like we're in 2025 now. You can do things differently, right? There's so much easier ways to do things now, and you gotta get stuck out of that same type of mentality. I don't know. That's just how I feel, right? I forgot what I was about to say. I was about to say something. I was talking to the young lad. He was 22. I was talking to a young lad, and he was yeah, I was giving them an example of what crypto is. It's like you going across a bridge, right? Normally you might drive across the bridge, and you know what I mean, and you trying to get across this bridge, and you know it takes a long time. You got traffic, right? Crypto is kind of like, you know, it puts that battery pack in your car, that nitro. It gets you to your destination a lot more faster if you know how to utilize it to better yourself, right? Some people utilize it to fuck their life off. That's just what happens. But some people utilize cryptocurrency to better themselves. You got to figure out what type of investor you're going to be. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Well, LEU, good to see an OG in here. Found that people are on the verge of capitulation. The massive breakout is right around the corner. I agree. I think time capitulation is really, really getting to a lot of people. We're cooked. Retail crypto is inevitable. Higher BTC price. Yeah, I agree. He said retail come. Why would not? Why? I don't understand why people would say retail is not coming back, bro. Like, I just don't get it. We're gonna pump it all at once. It'll probably be certain crypto, so we are in the right place. Is the question. Yeah, that matters, right? I think that I like where my portfolio sits. Right, I'm keeping it simple. I understand what's going to do well, right? I got a privacy token, which is any one protocol. I got a data token, Jasmine. I got a token that disrupts the financial payment system, Zabek. I got the biggest, the best, the greatest AI token of all time, BitTensor. You know what I mean? So like I'm embedded into things, you know, I got a prediction market token, right? It's a Tau subnet doing very, 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 very well. Right? I got a RWA Tau a subnet, right? A subnet 46, RWA Tau subnet, right? So all of the stuff that I hold is very strategic. It's like a play for all of the hottest narratives. And then, you know, I trade memes when I'm bored, right? I trade memes, right? Y'all been on me about creating another meme, right? Creating the, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what I do on my my downtime. But I know that for the most part, like you can't lose with AI. AI and RWA, you know, AI, RWA, prediction markets type stuff. You know, if you want to try to follow the crowd and get into like perp decks, all that stuff falls into like the prediction markets. So it is what it is. Thank you, AOKG, for the max likes, bro. I swear to God, bro, we got to go do this shit, bro. Market going to come back around, guys. Market is going to come back around. Yeah, Tau is looking good, bro. Tau is looking really, really good. I'm up on this token here. That's what I'm saying. Like, should I show y'all this token? I don't know. This is pretty new, but it probably going to pump. I'll probably wait till it correct to show y'all. But I bought a prediction market token on Solana yesterday at like $100,000 market cap. I guess I'll show y'all. I'm not gonna be stingy, but again, I'm not telling you to go buy this token, by the way. But it's called PIC here. I bought this thing at like $120,000 market cap. But I want to tell you why I bought it, right? So I'm up 2x, almost 3x now. But the reason I bought this token is because whoever created it just created a simple prediction market platform, right? So like, you know, regardless if this token is successful or not, I know that I can make money on it because it fits the narrative, right? It's very, very simple. You can see here, you connect your wallet. Of course, you create a new wallet because these are new. You connect your wallet and you bet on a time slot of if Solana, let's say if Solana is going to be above you're above the price in 1 minute. So let's say Solana is 225, right? And in 1 minute it's 226, then you win whatever you bet. If it's 224 in 1 minute, then you lose whatever you bet. Just simple. This is like a simple, like people would sit here. This is how Soul Pump blew up, right? Soul Pump was just a very simple fucking idea, and people in their downtime of trading meme coins, this is what they do. They look for opportunities to make Solana. So hey, it's an opportunity to make Solana. All I'm doing is betting on the price, right? In 1 minute, will the price be higher than what it was when I originally made the bet? If so, I win. If not, I lose. Very, very simple, very easy to use, an easy way for people who's gambling to make Solana while they're trading meme coins. This is why Soul Pump did so well. So yeah, I'm hoping that it is, like I said, I don't know the trajectory of this token, but I'm telling you why I bought it, right? Because in my mind, it made sense. It's like, oh, this is something neat. I can use this to make a little bit of Soul. I'm gonna bet on Soul for the next 5 minutes, whatever, right? So I can see a lot of people using it. Then on top of that, I'm seeing a lot of wallets buy it, which confirmed that I'm not the only person interested in it, right? Like, okay, these are some pretty big Solana accounts taking interest in it. Chart actually looks strong. Dev continues to upgrade the platform. Let me buy in. Woke up today, up on this, and it's very simple. That's how I look at trades, right? I look at a market that's hot, prediction market. Then I look to find things that other people may be interested in that intrigues me, right? Following the right account. So I've been really looking at this whole neo banking thing and trying to find tokens in the whole neo banking. And I bought literally one BNB, one BNB meme coin, and the only reason I bought it is because the founder, the new founder, shielded it. Richard Tang, he shielded some weird ass picture face of him implanted on a warrior, and that's the only BNB meme coin that I bought because and I'm gonna show you why I bought it. No, I'm not gonna show you why I bought it because I don't want nobody to bridge BNB anyway. But I'm just telling you that's how I think, right? That's how you kind of like find these narratives early. Now, if Binance lists that token, right? Because I don't really understand what these motherfuckers are doing. They over there trying to trade BNB coins and they can't even read Chinese. Like, you can't even understand the name of the token. You got to go get a translator because you can't even understand the name of the token. But like if Binance lists that, you know what I mean? Then hey, it is what it is. What's up, John 316? Good to see you in the house. With this, whatever. I'm just I think I'm about to get out and start a new journey in life. I'm tired of waiting for this bullshit. Wondering heartbreak with everything going down, down, down. FOMO, you was just bullish, bro. How do y'all get bearish that quick, bro? Looked like somebody bought the token as I'm talking about it. Y'all something else. How do y'all be bullish? How do you get bearish that quick with a name? FOMO, I love you, bro, but how do y'all get bullish so quick? I need to drop something for y'all to eat, bro. I need to drop something. Near, we coming for you. Near, we are coming for you. I need to drop something for the community to eat, man. I don't like y'all feeling like this, bro. I don't like y'all feeling like this. I know the trench is thirsty for something hot. I don't like y'all feeling for this, man. I don't like y'all feeling like this. Cause it's not that bearish, guys. It's not that bearish. Like, it's not that bearish, FOMO. Good to see Tao killing it right now. Tao ZBCN. Let's go, baby. Yeah, so much opportunities, guys, to be part of what I'm doing in BitTensor. Thank you, John 316. You willing to take a 6-figure loss right around a potential change in the Fed's policy? That's wild. LEU. Being the first to realize shit is often lonely space until it's not. Bro, it is, bro. Crypto is lonely, bro. Crypto, she really took it. You sound like my girl, bro. She was like, don't trip on that. Me too. The hope CM is correct. Yeah, bro. What's good, LEU? Yeah, y'all get the Discord back cracking, bro. Like, get the Discord back cracking. I'm trying to be more responsive in the Discord and stuff like that. I think that's gonna happen once we move over to Pump. But again, I also want the launch to be organic. I don't want everybody just in the community to get into the launch because some of you motherfuckers don't hold. And I know how some of you motherfuckers get. So if I gotta like rinse some of the people that's not serious and I'm paying attention to the people that's actually is serious, I will do that. I will do that. Oh, you said you just talking shit? I'm like, what? Cause I'm like, bro, you normally bullish. That threw me off for a second. I'm like, bro, ain't no way no way. Market flipping green today. It is, Gary. It is. All right, so Q&A, guys. Q&A. Let's get some Q&A going in. We almost been going live for an hour. Let's get some Q&A because I'm just chilling. My towel is up. So what I've been doing as far as my BitTensor subnets, I'm looking at subnets that's under $1 million. So guys, it's really, really easy to find good subnets because they have these subnet groups where they're consistently posting updates from developers, things of that sort. So like, I was slacking a little bit like the last month from like buying subnets. I just been holding the subnets that I hold. But now I'm becoming a buyer again because Barry Silbert just opened up this fund that's directly tied to injecting capital and liquidity into subnets specifically, not just BitTensor. So now I'm about to really be on the hunt because it's only 128 subnets. And I think only like 118 of them are active. And it'd be really, really easy to find these subnets pre $1 million market caps before they actually pop off because you don't have to do much research. You just got to know the right people, know the right groups, and then kind of do research on the GitHub and see what the subnet is actually building and if it can generate revenue that outpaces the emissions. So right now I'm on a hunt for subnets. Moved a little bit of towel around to invest in some subnets. I will be this week buying some BitTensor subnets. So, pay attention to the briefs that I drop. Pay attention to the BitTensor videos because I will be buying some subnets this week. But you need to man up and he said I just woke. Hey, okay, G, bro. I've been on streaming because I don't vet in life anymore because people don't. It's like talking about crypto in real life. It's like, bro, you still talking about that shit? But they don't know. Like, they don't know, bro. They don't know. Are you sticking your tail on the subnets for rewards or are you actually hodling the subnet out for themselves or both? So I do both. Like, so depending on my thesis on the subnet and my belief in the subnet, like subnet 62, which is Ridges, I've never sold any of that, right? I've never sold any of that. I mine from Bitcast, which is like part of like how I, so I gotta take profits on some of that. So I take profits on some of that. And then what I'll do is I'll stake Tau. I stake nothing but Tau. Stake it as much Tau as I can, right? And then I'll leave a portion of my Tau to invest into other subnets to make even more Tau. So if it's a subnet that I'm noticing that's just getting hyped because maybe you got a new subnet owner or whatever, right? Normally you can find subnets and you see like they're hype subnets, right? So you want to make 1 or 2 Tau. Maybe you put 1 Tau in, make 1 or 2 Tau, and then you just flip it back into Tau, right? But if it's a subnet that's actually working on something that's generational, I tend to hold those subnets. Also, if it's a subnet that I buy and the emissions just continue to outweigh buying pressure and revenue generation, no matter how good the subnet is, I have to move on, right? I just can't be part of a subnet where the minor emissions outweigh buying pressure and subnet revenue generation. So I pay attention to those things. So once you have an understanding about the miners, the emissions, their ability to generate revenue, and the buy pressure from a subnet, meaning alpha tokens getting bought back based off the revenue generation, now you got an idea of what to hold and what to flip, right? And you want to kind of like decipher the two, right? As this is a trade and this is a long-term hold. And the reason why I'm so bullish on BitTensor's ecosystem, because the one thing I paid attention to was why Ethereum's ecosystem blew up. It was billion-dollar runners. Simple as that. Having tokens in the ecosystem that just run to billions of dollars on their valuation will only make Ethereum go higher, right? Why did you see Binance start to go crazy the last 2 weeks? Because everybody was bridging to Binance. In order to bridge to Binance, you have to buy Binance. In order to buy a meme on Binance, you have to buy Binance, right? So it brings up the value of the token, right? And if the token is deflationary because of the scarcity, then you'll see even more volatility to the upside. And that's what I expect from Tau, especially with a halving coming up. See, a lot of people don't talk about that aspect. We talk about how the ecosystem can blow up, but as the ecosystem blows up, things become more scarce because they have a halving. Same tokenomics as Bitcoin. So like if we are right, if we are making an astrometric bet right now on Tau before the halving, right? This would probably be the best time to make that bet because we know how Bitcoin reacted to its first halving. So we're anticipating that Tau can do the same thing after its first halving. Is it etched in stone? Absolutely fucking not. Don't think that's what I'm saying. But there is an idea. And what I plan on doing on Pump Fun is bringing in Tau subnet owners on the show to explain their subnet so we can possibly even onboard people into BitTensor from the Solana ecosystem, especially after what Void AI subnet 106 has been building, which is absolutely insane. So very excited about that ecosystem and love to see, love to see Tau here leading the charge for the AI coins and looking to reflip near protocol. 61 people in here. Make sure that you like and subscribe. You had to take a number 2. Ooh, you had to take a number 2. Ooh, you nasty, bro. Press on the clarity, G. I bet you stream like me. You watch your stream from the toilet? Y'all are nasty. Bro, co-workers telling me crypto a scam, but they still pay for cable with all those commercials. And it's unfortunate. You can't convince people in real life. Not yet, right? But like that's what I was saying. Like I was telling somebody this and I'm a little bit that's in crypto a little bit, and they was explaining they was asking me like, was it hard to explain how to onboard the guy into Pump Fun? I said, nah, it's a lot more easier than BitTensor, right? But now we're getting to that point where you can onboard a person into something they understand. When I was talking to the guy, right, I didn't tell him about Pump being anything about. I just tell him it's a crypto streaming platform, right? But I didn't tell him like the ins and outs of cryptocurrency. I was just like, hey, he was streaming. I'm like, bro, you stream on TikTok and YouTube. You should stream on Pump Fun. It's a crypto streaming platform and they pay you in crypto. Simple as that. He's like, oh, that sounds dope. Let me download it. You get what I'm saying? Because the selling point was streaming, not crypto, right? So like that conversation alone is telling you where we are headed, guys. I couldn't have had that conversation two years ago. You know what I mean? I couldn't have been like, hey, you stream? Bro, you should stream on Pump. You don't got to tell them about crypto or nothing. Just, hey, download the app, and the person got to do their research. They're going to do their research, and they're going to see people streaming and be like, oh, I want to stream on this. And then hear the success stories. Like 2 years ago, you couldn't have that conversation, right? 2 years ago, I couldn't be like, hey, BitTensor, you should invest into BitTensor. It's an AI marketplace, right? You see compute powers. There's demand and scarcity for that. Just buy into the number one AI marketplace. That solves it, right? Because there was no DTAO. There was no marketplace. So like we are slowly, you know what I'm saying, slowly integrating cryptocurrency into everyday life. And not a lot of people are realizing this. Like Walmart is now selling Bitcoin. You can go on Walmart and go get you a Bitcoin gift card. You can go buy Bitcoin gift cards now. Okay, the Bitcoin ATM machines was not really a hit, but gift cards are far more efficient than an ATM machine. You can now go buy Bitcoin gift cards. Soon you're going to see other altcoins with these gift cards. So it's hard not to bet with what's happening, but I get it. Like regular people be like, "Oh, crypto is a scam," because you got these cryptos on here to scam, and it just gets old and it just gets tiring. And I understand. The CDC card, and the guy said the crypto scam store, and the checker said, "Well, he paid with the scam." Right, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like. In the dealership, I was telling the dealership that he was like, He's like, you gonna buy the card just straight cash? I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna swipe my card. He like, you're not tripping on the fee. I'm like, bro, he's like, then he's like, grab my, I show, my card, and he was like, he's like, wow, that card is heavy. I'm like, yeah, it's heavy for real. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, you just gonna swipe that and pay for the whole card? I'm like, yeah. So like people don't realize it's real until it's real. Like there's so many people say that, bro. There's no way this real until they get in crypto and they have their first successful trade or they do something in crypto that pays them out a lot. And they're like, at first, bro, I didn't think this was real. I didn't even think I could use the money, right? It happened to my brother the other day. He was like, I got this, bro. I still got this Solana that you sent me, bro. I don't know how to use it. I'm like, bro, just send it to your PayPal and transfer it to the PayPal stablecoin. He did that shit in like 2 seconds. It was like he's like, I got a digital wallet. He's like, I can use this. I said, bro, it's money. You can fucking use it. Can use it anywhere, bro. It's real money. Hit them likes. Appreciate that, AOKG. Someone told me if you I said, no, you didn't. Yeah, Bitcoin is on Cash App, right? I used to whenever I had a little bit of extra money on my Cash App, I always just put it into Bitcoin. Yeah, that's probably when I'm gonna have to buy, bro. Cause the SUV that I wanted, bro, I can't find them. Oh, SUV that I really, really want is so I really wanted like a track hawk, guys. Like I really want like a track hawk. If I can't get a track hawk, then I'll get like a SRT and put like a Whipple or a supercharger on it, right? That was my whole thing. So I had found a nice good SRT 8000 gonna put a supercharger on, right? And would it cost me less doing that than getting the fucking track hawk, right? And bro, it's so hard to find them shits in my city, bro. It's like that was the one, and I was procrastinating because I'm sitting here like, nah, I'm chill. I'm gonna chill until the end of the cycle. So now it's probably I'm gonna just have to go get because I can't find too many SRT8. So I'm probably gonna have to just go get the Trackhawk. If I don't get the Trackhawk, then I just gotta probably just get the Tesla, and which I really want the Trackhawk. But it's just like I save money getting a Tesla, and I think like the 0 to 60 is basically the same. Like you're spending like 30-40 grand more for the sound of the car opposed to like the performance is very similar between the Trackhawk and even the Model Y. From what I'm seeing, it's like 0 to 60 3.5. So it's like what I'm spending 30 grand just for the sound, the exhaust. But it's just like I love the sound. I love the sound of that exhaust. Any moped or like muscle car enthusiast, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it is crazy. Like you go in there with your crypto card and just fucking swipe, like just swipe, whoop, just like that. Like it's real money, guys. Like this is not no like it's actually real money. So, well, everybody, my girl know that for like Christmas, I want a Trackhawk. I want to get a Trackhawk. That was gonna be like my little Christmas present for myself. If I wasn't gonna buy the Trackhawk, then I was gonna build me a Trackhawk. That's the whole that's what I want to do. I want to get a Trackhawk, or I'm gonna build me a Trackhawk. So. Bro, it was a blacked out Batmobile SRT8 for a good ass fucking deal too, bro. Good ass deal, bro. I'm so mad. Well, anyways, think about that, man. The charts are looking crazy when everyone is buying and selling crypto for IRL purposes. Boo, cool, crazy. Check BWED. 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 Let's see what this is. Oh yeah, there's some things going on base, guys. So I don't know if y'all seen Zora just got listed on Robinhood. I just posted in the Patreon. If you are a base person, Dockers. If you are a base person, like pay attention to Docker, bro. Pay attention to Docker. Docker, ticker DACKER. Let me find it for you guys. I think retake is interesting too, right? If you're betting on pump fund, there's a pump fund of base called retake, right? Where they do live streaming creator coins. Like This is another reason why I know like this is why I know like pump, like creator coins, all that shit is about to go off. Like base ecosystem is absolutely pumping, guys. I gotta show y'all. So like you got creator office here, which is up 100%, right? This is supposed to have like the people who created like developers from base or Coinbase supposed to be actually have created this token. A lot of people thought this was a scam because of how it dumped immediately. But similar to what we've seen from Docker, this thing is having a major bounce back. It's actually bounced. It's actually almost did like an 8x in the last week or so, right? And we just seen a 6. I think I see like a 6 or 7x here. No, maybe a 5 or 6x here with Let me see if I can actually find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Damn, I always Docker. Aoki. All right, virtuals got listed. So I would pay attention to Docker, Creative Office. I wanted to show you guys Docker, but I thought I had it I thought I had it on my. Oh, here we go. Docker. Oh my God, it's 8 million now. Oh, I didn't even know we eating, bro. So, yeah, I shared this originally in the Patreon like $3 million market cap, and then it dumped all the way to like 1 million or some shit like that. I looked into my portfolio, my base portfolio, and I seen Docker up yesterday like 6, 7x. I'm like, okay, that's nice. It's been literally running here, and this is the beta play of Zora. So what they do is they buy the best creator coins on Zora. They make a fund, like a portfolio, like basically a basket, a ETF, and they use the profits from these creator coins and trading them to reinvest into the project like a treasury fund or buybacks. So like for the people on base, if you're betting on Zora, because Zora just got listed on Robinhood, a lot of people don't know that because it hasn't been a lot of hype behind it, but Zora did get listed on Robinhood. Docker is a great bet. Creator Office is a great bet. And also, I like Predi here as the prediction market. This has been a very, very good token. I've been holding this token for like a couple months now. And then I don't hold any retake because I'm a pump fund type of guy. But, this is a great beta play. If you're betting on pump fund being a success, which Robinhood just listed Zora and they make creator coins. So creator coins has just been solidified as a hit narrative. This is why I wouldn't bet against Pump as a competitor to Kick or Twitch, because Zora again just got listed by Robinhood. And what Zora is, they basically is like a social media platform that allows you to tokenize people's posts and pictures. So like, let's say you sign up for their platform and you start like posting pictures and one of the pictures go viral. You can the picture can actually be tokenized, right? And people can trade it, right? That shit just got listed on Robinhood. So like Coinbase also talked about like opening the doors for basically any base token to be listed on Coinbase, ideally in theory. So like there's some shit that's about to come off base that's going to do numbers. My biggest holding on base is Aoki, which is the it had a nice good little run. It's been corrected a little bit, but still bullish on this. But which is Aoki here, which is the robotics, in my opinion, the #1 robotics token. What they're doing with spatial data. So this is my biggest holding on base, which is Aoki token. So just a heads up on some things that's happening on base. Now let's get into that token that my guy just told me he wanted to check out, which is BWED. BWED. 15K market cap. BWED. What is this? What is this on, bro? bro. Because that's what I want. I want a Trackhawk. That's like I don't even want to like a Lambo truck or nothing. I want a fucking Trackhawk. I'm a moped, however y'all pronounce that shit type person. I gave my mom a Coinbase card to get groceries for herself, and she literally they said, "How do I use it?" I said, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the same way, bro. People kill me when they think like you can't just use crypto the same way like you use cash. It's insane. I'd be if I just for the gurgles. Yeah, see, that was my option, bro. Like, so I had a list. Right? I had like the BMW M5. What's that turbo? That was on the list, right? And I'm sitting here using my AI model to like compare like the M5, the Trackhawk, the Model S performance version, and then I think I had like the Porsche Cayenne, GT Super, the Super one, the one with like 570 horsepower. I think it's like a 4.8 in it. Super. But anyway, I'm looking for SUV, right? I'm looking for a supercharged SUV. I don't want no regular SUV. I want an SUV, but I want like a supercharged one. And I'm sitting here comparing them. And I think what threw me off about like the BMW and the Porsche was like the maintenance. I wasn't really a big fan of the maintenance, right? It was like the Porsche truck was like the worst out of all of them. Like the problems and the shit people get after $100,000 miles, 100,000 miles on the Porsches is just insane. BMW wasn't as bad as the Porsche, but Porsche was just the worst when it comes to maintenance. I was just looking at those, just seeing the best performance sport SUV, right? I don't like Dodge Durangos, right? I don't like Durangos, so like that's why I prefer the Jeep. I like the way the Jeep looks. I like the way the Jeep handles better than the Durango. I just like the feeling of the Jeep. It's smaller, it's compact. I can do a little bit more with the Jeep opposed to the Durango. But also did look into like the Porsche truck and the Beamer, but the Porsche truck was just that shit got X'd off the list instantaneously once I seen like that shit just not worth it, and it depreciates so badly, so badly. BMW wasn't that bad though. I think his base is BOMO. It got 4 new listings in a week, but no major exchange, so it did nothing. Yeah, sometimes man, them listings. Yeah, it's Docker. Docker XBT. Just for the gurgles, right, man? As a man, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, yeah, you put that exhaust on them, and then to make it worse, I gotta wake up and I gotta hear my neighbors like Camaro and his 300S next door every fucking morning, and it just drives me crazy because I gotta think about my Mustang and the possible car that I'm about to get in the future. But like, yeah, it's hard to find those in my city. Like them SRT 8s, some Jeeps, bro. They just like dinosaurs, right? And everybody that I talk to them, they like, bro, you got to get them because they keep their value, and you can't find them anywhere. So people pay for them, buy them from you. You really don't lose your value with them Jeep SRT 8s and Trackhawks because they're very, very hard to find. So like, I fumbled the bag with that, but it's okay. Like, ideally, you know what I'm saying, I'm more focused on cryptocurrency. It sting a little bit because I know I could have just went and picked up the shit, but I procrastinated, and that's what happens when you procrastinate. I'm not mad about that. Jeep Wagoner. Yeah, I just don't like them new models. Ooh, I don't like how they look. Like the new models they look like soccer momish, bro. I don't like the soccer momish look. Like, it throws me the fuck off. Gotta get the E2E bundle solid for 4 years. So 100K maintenance is only oil changes and tires. I figured that's BTC cycle, so your boy can get a new one before the bundle expires. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Millie, I'm gonna shoot you DM that streaming tile play via Discord, possibly some alpha. Streaming tile play? I'm confused what you mean, LEU. Streaming tile play. Yeah, well, see, I already talked to a couple subnet owners about like just coming on the show, man, showing some love. Let's trying to get some people towel pilled over there on Pump Fun. But like I said, guys, like I said in the video, like I know what I'm gonna do. I'm confident what I'm gonna do. Is you motherfuckers gonna hold? Like, all right, because community, y'all gonna get in early. Is y'all gonna hold the fort down and allow new people to come into the token and make money too? Because that's what the fuck I'm counting on. We gonna win against the bundles. Like anybody that has a community, we'll win against the snipers and the bundlers and the KOLs. They'll be into 100K, 300K, and then they'll get out, right? They'll get their little 10X and move on, right? The strength comes in the community, able to hold the fort after the first dump and allow new people to come in and build their position as well. So I know what I'm bringing to the table, but I need to know y'all got my fucking back. And don't have me up there looking like Boo Boo the fucking fool. Don't have me looking like a fucking fool. I trust myself. I just don't trust some of you motherfuckers. I'm gonna be real. A lot of y'all dumped on me last time, bro. Dumped on me last time. So like, that's how I'm thinking. I know what I'm bringing to the table. I know y'all about to eat, but is y'all gonna allow new people to eat so we can build a community? That's how we break 5 million, 10 million. You know what I'm saying? That's why George's token was able to do so well, because his community didn't just hopelessly dump on all the new people that wanted to be part of something that's special. So we can do this. We can eat together, but we got to do this shit the right way. And that's what's going to allow my star power to grow, because I know I'm going to do shit the right way. I don't have any ill intentions or any of that, right? I simply want to be part of Pump Fund in its early days. I want to get, of course, get a good whiff of the creator fees. Who wouldn't? The motherfuckers telling you they giving away 100%, they fucking lying to you. They're lying to you, okay? I'm being real with you. But I also want to do good things with a portion of those fees. And then that's the whole theme of what we're working to build. So that's what it is. Thanks for the pick me up, guys. Yo, man, low. Let's go. So a friend of mine made a coin and got all of us into it. Then he dumped on all of us. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, chat. I'm buying. I don't know. I'm gonna buy like a good little. I don't know how much I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna buy, but I'm buying, and when I drop the token, I'm buying and I'm locking it immediately. I literally got stream pulled up right now on my screen, so when I drop it, I can lock my tokens immediately. Like, that's how I roll. I don't really even want to buy tokens, right? I really strictly can just use the creator fees, but the reason I'm buying tokens is from what I've seen and I've learned from creator coins. You have to buy some of your tokens and lock them, because you don't want the supply to be controlled by the wrong people, because now you become a face of a scam. I don't want to be a face of a scam because I didn't buy any of the supply, and the supply is controlled by some KOL fucking bundler, and every time he get mad at something that I say, he decide to dump the chart because he control most of the supply. So like, that's what I don't want. And that's another reason I'm open about bringing the community over there, first and foremost, because I know some of the people within like my closest circles, they understand how to build up a floor and move a token. So you gotta have understanding of how supply control works, and you don't want your creator coin supply getting in the wrong hands, because then you become a face of a scam, and that's like the worst feeling, because you can't control it. You don't hold any of the supply. The supply is controlled by a shitty fucking person. It is what it is. Creator coin is part of the platform. Breakdown on the streamer token player. Streaming. Streamer token play. If you got an idea, maybe you should do it, because I already got an idea of what I'm doing. Now I'm open to, like, once I get over there and the community start, we start talking and chatting. But like, I'm not trying to like do nothing crazy. I've been planning this for a full month now, so I got a good idea of what I plan on doing. But like, any of you guys got an idea, you should just go for it. If you got an idea, go for it. Like, don't wait on me. Don't wait on anybody else. You got an idea, go for it. And maybe you can contact me, and we can help build a team around your idea to make sure you have a really, really good launch. And I've thought about that as well. You know what I'm saying? Also helping people with their launches, right? I'm gonna get a 392 and upgrade it. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna do, bro. I was gonna grab this SRT 8, and then I was gonna either put a Whipple on it, or I forgot the name of the other superchargers. Two of them. It's two options, and I was Whipple and it's something else, right? I can't. Pro Charger, Whipple or the Pro Charger, right? I forgot. I think the Whipple is better for like launching, so I was just gonna go with the Whipple because it's better for launching, but the Pro Charger is better for like top speeds, like once you get going. So it's like it's pros and cons for both. But I was gonna throw a Whipple on there. I had some people that was going to install it from a really good price. All I had to do was grab the truck, throw the Whipple on there, and maybe do a few things to the suspension. So yeah, I already had it planned, right? And it was after all of that, I would have saved money instead of just going to get a track hawk off the dealership, right? Think of it, they're like 78, 80 grand. I would have just been paying like 35, 40 altogether, right? After, throwing the supercharger on top of paying for the vehicle. So like it kind of sucks because I wanted to go that route. Plus, 6.1s just are better. Like they were, them older engines, right? They just don't have the same issues that of the 6.4s. So I was just really, 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 really pissed that I didn't go pick that up. I should have picked that up. I should have just did it. I should have. That's on me. It wouldn't have hurt me at all from doing it, just procrastinating and just prioritizing crypto over materialistic things. What is good, Cinco? Yeah, bro. I love the fucking SRT8s, bro. I love that, bro. I love them fucking Trackhawks, bro. That's the one moped that I really want. Uh, uh, Crypto Mike. Yeah, I was talking about you, Crypto Mike. You know what I'm saying? I already know that you're going to hold it down, bro. Like, we're going to have a good launch because I've already seen, like, multiple people talking about they're aping, like, 1K or more. So, like, when you hear people saying that, like, Amelia, I got 1K to spare, like, that means, like, our launch is going to be fucking insane, right? Because if you look at the launches, you're not seeing people say that. Like, so the launch is going to be fucking insane. It's just the thing. Once these people who are immediately putting in 1K, 1.5K, when they get that 10x, if they can just like respectfully take profits and not just full fucking port, we will do really good and we could break the limits of 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. But if those people who get in early, that's putting in 1K, 5K, 2K upon launch and initially the token launching, well, then that's how we become top heavy, right? And that's really what I don't want unless it's the supply is in trusted hands. That's why SPX 6900 was able to do so well, because those whales, they let the product go. They let the project grow, right? They didn't look at it like, I gotta take it as soon as I get a 10x, I gotta take 10x. It's like, bro, I'm finna stream for at least 30 days straight. Like, chill the fuck out. Let's get the bag, take your little money, take your little profits, but like, let's look at the big picture. But I get it. I'm not expecting anybody to hold anything, right? If you need a full port because you got some shit going on, I understand, right? But this is the reflection aspect of it, of the part to where it gets kind of like murky for me, because I remember the stress of the last token. So that's where the murkiness and the as soon as I feel good about doing it, I kind of like push back because of certain things from the last project. 30 days stream. Yeah, I plan on AOKG. I plan on bringing you on the stream as well as a guest, good brother. Yeah, pump fund locks the liquidity. But yeah, LEU, just DM me, bro. I'm not gonna say anything's etched in stone. But I am open to hearing what you have to talk about and what you're trying to tell me. Gotta get the E2E bundle. What's the E2E bundle? Look, I'm only interested into the fastest versions of these SUVs, guys. I don't want no bullshit, bro. I don't want no bullshit, bro. I don't want the base version. I don't want the 5.7s. I want it. Got to be 6 up or supercharged. That's the only way I'm buying it. I'm not buying anything. If it ain't 6 and up, it got to be supercharged. I'm only buying supercharged shit, bro. I'm not buying nothing unless it is supercharged. That's where I'm at in my life. It is what it is. But now I gotta wait until another one come on, or just go purchase the Model Y Tesla, which I already got it in my basket on car. What's that fucking Carvana? So I was just gonna buy it off Carvana. It's cool. Like, I could go on an online store and they're gonna ship me the Tesla with the cord and everything. It's a Model Y, the performance. You know what I'm saying? Apparently the one that I'm getting 0 to 60 is like 3.5 seconds. The only thing I don't like about the Model Y is the top speed is 155, and like the Trackhawk's top speed is 180. So that's the part that kind of like throw me off a little bit. I don't like that little difference. And from what I was looking, there's like upgrades and updates that you could do like how you would upgrade a computer, similar to what you could do with Tesla. It's not like you got to go get it to a mechanic and fix. You upgrade the actual computer, and it's supposed to like upgrade some of the performance of the car. So I don't really know how it works yet with upgrading the Tesla, but I don't like that 155 top. I need my shit uncapped, bro. I need to take that shit off. But yeah, 30-day run. Yeah. The ticketing issue. Yeah, I think somebody told me about Hondas and bro, I do not want no 4-cylinder. I forgot what my brother was telling me. He's like, on a 4-cylinder is the easiest to throw superchargers on. I think, bro, I cannot even imagine getting a car that's a 4-cylinder. I can't even imagine that. Y'all need my brother first, no half stepping with the boys in due time, 30-day run. Yeah, 30-day run. And incentivize holders to hold. That's with the run. Yeah, I know what George. I know what George does. I know his little, the little thing he does with Clash, and I got some good things that I've created with which incentivizes people to hold as well. So like you gotta understand, like guys, I understand how this works, right? I understand how this works. I've talked about the giveaways would never be in the native token; it'll always be in Solana. So, like, I get it. Oh, end to end package. The Honda 93 Civic Hatchback 300 and 600 power. Bro, I cannot get no Honda, bro. Fuck no, bro. I cannot get no Honda, bro. I can't, bro. That's just not my personality, bro. A Honda. My girl got a Honda, and she got a Turbo Sport Honda Accord 2018. That bitch fly, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Her run flat tires is always going out, bro. Bro, her run flat tires every couple months is always got to replace a tire on that Honda. But it's fast. It's 2018 turbocharger sport or whatever the fuck she got. It's not a Civic. I think it's an Accord, Honda Accord. But it's like a 4-cylinder, bro. I don't want no 4-cylinder. That's no. I don't want that. H1 Hummer. I don't want that either, bruh. Incentivize the hold. So yeah, incentivize the hold. So the theme of the token is like we plan on doing. I can't expose everything because I don't want nobody to steal my ideas, but I got some pretty fun shit set up for the streams, right? And I got some pretty fun giveaways set up for the streams as well. So like all of that is already been taken care of. You gotta understand, I've been planning this for a full month. This is not something I woke up yesterday and I'm like, oh, I want to drop a token on Pump. I've been talking about this almost for a full month now on the YouTube channel and still have not dropped it. So that should tell you something. I mean, I'm very, very, very strategic with everything that I do, especially in crypto. I want to see the community win. I want to win as well. I'm not in that shit to lose. I'm trying to win as well. I ain't gonna give y'all no false profit or false hope. I'm trying to win as well. So I want to take advantage of the opportunity because I don't know how long the opportunity is gonna be there before everybody float over there. But exactly, LEU. Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. That's the whole reason that I ain't bought a Tesla, bro. Because even though it got like the 3.50 to 60, it feel like I'm driving a go-kart, bro. It feel when I drove it, it's like it's fast, it's launch, but it don't feel like how the Jeep feel, bro. The Jeep feel like a fucking beast. Like, I like my car to feel like a beast, bro. Not like a electric go-kart, bro. That's what the 4-cylinder is like. It don't got no gains. Like, bro, I gotta be swole, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, I agree 110%, dog. Is that the way out the cell? We got that. In that area is classic and contains over. Yeah, they hold value so well, bro. They hold value way better than Maseratis. Like everybody in my city riding around in Maseratis right now because they think like they got a Maserati, but then like they don't understand, like real car enthusiasts understand how awful Maseratis are. I was just talking to my neighbor about this. I was like, bro, everybody got. He's like, yeah, bro, everybody got a Maserati now, bro, because they're cheap and the maintenance on these motherfuckers are atrocious. That everybody got a Porsche truck right now for the same reason. Like you can go get you a Porsche Cayenne, however you pronounce that shit, Porsche truck for really, really low in my city. And go get a Maserati for really, really low in my city. And yeah, you might look like you stunting, like you flossing, like you whatever. But real car enthusiasts know that shit is a piece of shit. And that shit about to break your pockets in maintenance. No matter if you take care of it or not. Awful. And now you got to find people that can actually work on those. You a bully in the street? Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. I do like that aspect of Tesla's AOKG, right? I seen Meet Kevin. He was driving his Tesla truck. And when I was driving a Tesla, I had envisions of it driving by itself and me trading meme coins and me making all type of cool content and videos and vlogs in the Tesla, right? It got the big, huge screen. I love that aspect. They like Elon just got to make a Tesla that's a bully, bro. Like it's just so weak. Like the Tesla just feels so weak and just so like it's missing something. I know I'm not the only person that feel like this, bro. You hop in a Tesla, like from the outside it look cool, right? You hop in a Tesla and like it's missing something. It's just so fucking plain. It's just like, you got that. No cool dashboard. Like you spend all that money and it just feel like it's missing something. I'm in a Tesla. I hopped in a Tesla. It felt like it was missing something. I don't know. Maybe it's me. They want 2 year definitely trash car. I don't got no Bugatti, bro. I got a paid for old ass car, and I'm in the market to buy a new car, and I really want to buy a new car and by Christmas or for my Christmas present. Just you know, spoil myself type shit. But I don't got no Bugatti. Yeah, pen to start engines that rollers that tick on an air expense issue of a V600 per person. Well, the whole those Hemis, like the SRT Hemis, they supposedly have a tick problem anyway, right? I was talking to this about my neighbor because he got a Chrysler 300S, the Super, right? I don't think it's the SRT8, but I think he told me it was like a 5.7 in it. Turbo or super or whatever the fuck. But he was like, when he first got the car, it was like low miles, and he heard the ticking. He said it scared him so much he immediately took it back to the dealership. But like nothing was wrong with the car. And like if you read the forums about those engines, like I don't know like at what point the ticking is like you should be concerned, but I think it's normal. You know what I mean? And that was the one thing I was listening to the engine when I turned on the Jeep. I was listening for the tick. Right? Like, it didn't really have no tick. It was very, very, like, light, if it was. It's just a saying. This guy has an old school Honda at work and thinks it's a prelude. The Honda Eclipse and Lancer are always parked by each other on job. It just looks beautiful to see that line up and work. Yeah, bro. So I used to play Gran Turismo when I was younger, bro. I was a big Gran Turismo fan. PlayStation, if you already know, you already know. I come from the PlayStation days. And Gran Turismo in Midnight Club, by the way. Gran Turismo in Midnight Club was always my favorite racing games, right? And Gran Turismo, like that, the Honda Prelude and the Toyota Supra and the Nissan GT6, all of them is fucking classics, bro. And I used to love those cars in Gran Turismo. And you like it, that's all that matters. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's not about what I like, bro, because I know what I like. Like, I know that I'm not just going to buy an SUV just because I want an SUV. If I'm going to buy a Trackhawk, I'm going to buy a Tesla truck because that's what I want. If out of those two, those are the two that I'm leaning towards, right? Tesla truck or the Trackhawk. And I really, really want a Trackhawk. Like, that would be my dream Christmas present for me to get a fucking Trackhawk. Like, I really want a fucking Trackhawk. So, like, that's what I want. I know what I want. Need for speeding around. BB, we ain't hear from a track hawk. Is it crazy if Amazi is mid? Yeah, now they are. Now they are. But like in 2010, bro, you pull up in Amazi, bro, you was the man, bro. 2012, bro. 2010, 2012, 08, 09, you had a Maserati, you ran the city, bro. Like, you wasn't just no random person popping up with a Maserati, bro, in 010, 012. Like, you had a Mazzy, that was like driving a Ferrari. That, like, Maseratis were viewed like Ferraris, like Bentleys, like they were in that class. Now, Maseratis are like Mercedes-Benz, BMW class. Like, they depreciated so much that they knocked Maseratis out a whole class. Like, when bro, like back in the day when I worked for a sales company, my boss had a Maserati, like when it first came out, brand new. And he used to stunt with his friend who had a Bentley coupe. And you could put the Mazzy next to the Bentley coupe, and it's just like they fit in the same class. Now, Bentley just outclasses Maserati. Outclasses Maserati by far, right? I don't know what happened to Mazzy in the name, or just like that Ferrari shit they put in it just was not worth it. But now, yeah, anybody can like you can go buy a Maserati for 16 grand. Like 2012 Maserati, 530 horsepower, 16 grand, 1699, 70, 60,000 miles on it. Crazy. Thought so. Secret Second Solana. I thought it can run if we get like a proper Solana meme season. Oh man, I think I got that coin saved. I seen that coin yesterday when I was in the trenches. I seen the super cycle coin yesterday when I was in the trenches. I think I was trenching, and then Solana. Damn, I'm hungry. I think Solana posted like the they posted like the super cycle. They made a post, right? They made a post, and then everybody started launching like super cycle tokens. But I think, are you talking about the new one that just launched? Are you talking about the new cycle? Oh, super cycle real. Okay, yeah, because I know they launched one yesterday. So you're talking about the one that's the OG one. All right, so I seen the new one yesterday, but you're talking about this one, which is the OG. Super Cycle Real. So yeah, yesterday Solana posted a Super Cycle post, and then everybody started launching Super Cycle tokens. I was literally trenching when this shit happened, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And then most of them tokens rugged. Now, I wasn't aware they had an OG one, but like I guess if Solana, if people gravitate to this and this gets it needs to get CTO'd, right? It looks like it's about to get CTO'd. People are like, fuck buying the new ones, they can buy the OG. Maybe it runs. Well, I don't really see the lore from this, to be honest with you. It's like, what's the lore? Does it run from here? Possibly. I think what happened was, and I'm about to go to the gym in a few. I'm about to go get it in the motherfucking gym. Go get it in the. Well, I need to be following Solana, but where is they post at? I know they posted. Yeah, Solana posted this shit, and everybody started making like super cycle tokens. And I never knew there was an OG one, but like I said, I don't know. It just depends on if people come back to Solana, and that becomes a narrative, that becomes a lore. Just so much stuff out there, so I don't really got an opinion on it. I don't want to sound negative, but I also don't want to be bullish because I don't know enough about it, or I haven't looked into the community or any of that. Solana looks good though right now. A lot of stuff happening. Tesla needs petroleum engine. It's more like an alternative engine that can run on fuel. Fuel can be created and used. Entire electricity has to be generated for at least now. Yeah, just like driving a little fucking toy car, right? AOKG. Yeah, I know. I saw all of them, but not the OG. You just put me onto the OG. Like Apu, Popcat, Retardio, Giga. Yeah, man. If you know more than I know about the community, so if the community is strong and you're seeing like some SPX stuff going on, let me see if any KOLs actually hold the token and have been actively buying it. So I want to see. Okay, we got KOL here. He's still holding the full bag. He bought $1,000 of it. His balance is now 283. So he bad. He Finn. Is this the real Finn? Damn, Finn right here. Finn, he sold though. I'm seeing a lot of OG KOLs holding this token. No team tokens, so that's good. You got a little bit of bundles here, but not too much. The clusters ain't that bad. They're not like big clusters, but there is a lot of bundling. Let me see how the bundlers again. Balance bought 43,000 P&L. Damn, you still got a lot of bundlers that's holding their bags. Yeah, if this does come back, you just want to be careful about bag holders. Like, for example, this motherfucker bought $43,000 worth of this, and he's down 41,000. His balance right now is 2,000. So like, if this ever came back, this guy right here probably gonna get his. He probably coming back and he coming back for blood if it ever comes back. Yeah, it's a little bit of bundled here. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got some bundles here. Um, and that's crazy. It's some pretty big whales that hold this though. I will say this: it's holding a massive bag. So look. The thing is, if the whales hold this, once it starts going up, this could probably do some damage, man. This probably could do some damage. It's been holding the floor at about 900K market cap, which is actually really really good. Telemarketing calling me. So this could probably do some damage if it goes back up, man. I wouldn't say that it couldn't, right? Like it's just really bundled, and you just want to hope the people that's been holding the floor don't dump on the way up, because then it'll be massive selling pressure. But not bad at all. See how my pick. Come on, pick. I need you to do I need you to run the 2 million, man. Come on, man. Run the 2 million, man. All right, guys. I'm about to get up out of here. Appreciate everybody that showed up. We went for almost 2 hours. Man, I gotta get on this stream, bro. OG token on there. Hey, what's your thoughts on Disco and Avo? I'm bullish on Avo. I think Avo does well. I've used Avo to like make AI agents to like copy trade some of the people in the trenches. It works a little bit. Like I think the basket of the top 10 coin gecko was a little bit more efficient, but like the copy trader thing was a little bit wonky. So once they figure out a little bit of those things within the tech, I think it does good. It has some huge influencers behind Avo. I remember when Avo was $3 million market cap when I first started talking about it. It crossed over $20 million market cap. So Avo, I've been talking about Avo for almost like 3-4 months now in the Patreon and also on my live streams. And there's some pretty big KOLs and talking about it as well. I don't know about Retardio. I don't know about Disco. I never heard of Disco. Why is mine? We got an OG up here. Good to see one of my OGs. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here too, LEU. Always good to chop shop, baby. Hey, yeah, DM me, LEU. DM me so I can have so I can see what you're talking about the you know what I'm saying, awarding the holders. I'm definitely interested in seeing what you got to say about that. It's your favorite meme coin? Yeah, man. If it's your favorite meme coin and you've been buying the floor at $1 million and it's been holding that floor like that, you're probably gonna get Blessed, bro. As a matter of fact, a soccer mom minivan has more. Hey, yo, KG with the assist. Yo, basketball season is back, baby. I'm so happy basketball season is back. All right, guys, I got to get to the gym. Appreciate everybody that showed up to the live. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep your favorite crypto and do it on entrepreneur and the algorithms. I'll see y'all.